Welcome to the Genie Repros online ordering portal. The initial screen will have usually a login widget and some instructional text in the center, potentially with a logo and such. Note no products are visible, as we like to protect your intellectual property. Your login and password will be provided by your customer service representative. This will give you complete access to etc., etc. Upon logging in, several new widgets will appear. Your cart may appear. The print shop information for contact, such as address and telephone number with hours of operation, and for national customers, our current time. Also, catalogs will now appear. This particular client only has one main catalog and a search function. The search function will allow you to search by product name, keywords, or product ID. However, leaving it on all will let you search everything. You can also access the cart here. My account will allow you to edit different things. We'll get to that in a moment. View or modify orders, meaning past or current orders. And contact us will give you similar information such as technical support numbers and addresses for shipping or returning products potentially. Once you've logged in, your name should actually appear here, so please verify that it is you. Also, there's a logout button for exiting the system to stop anybody else from seeing your products. Not really necessary, but we'll talk about that later. Once you've logged into the site, on the left-hand side you should see the main catalog, which is Home, which will contain everything else. This particular client has one catalog followed by several subcatalogs, which are contained within this one. There's also a search widget, the cart widget showing you what items are in your cart, and if you're ready to check out, you can utilize that. And potentially print shop information, such as our address and phone number of contact, hours of operation, and the current print shop time. After logging in, there's a short welcome screen here with some additional information potentially. The menu bar along the top, Home will always take you back to the main catalog. Your cart will get you to the same place the widget will. My account for editing your shipping address or other addresses. View Modify Orders does exactly as it says. If you need to go in and modify an existing order or reorder past orders, this is the place to go. Contact Us will also bring up helpful technical support information, such as these demo videos and numbers to directly contact us. The search widget allows you to search by several things: product name, keywords which may be used in the product description, or product ID if you happen to know your item numbers. Generally, it's best to leave it on all, which will search for everything. For this particular client, they have one catalog. So let's enter that catalog now. And we'll see that they have two subcatalogs, and within the main catalog here, they have a few main products: pocket folder, letterhead, and menus. Those could be in subcatalogs, but currently they're out in the main one. If we head into the envelope section, we should see the envelopes available to this particular client. They have several locations. Note each product has a short description. Some products may list pricing right here within it. If you wish to see a larger view of the product, you can click upon the link here, and that'll take you to the product description page. It may contain more detailed information, along with some pricing breakdowns on quantities. You may add it to the cart from here, or head back and order it from the main screen here. So let's add a few of those. I apologize. Let's head to envelopes. So we want to order, let's say 1,000 envelopes for the Beechwood location. Simply add them to the cart. Now by adding to them the cart, it will allow me to change quantity. This is the checkout screen, by the way. It takes you to the checkout screen. You can alter the quantity. If you do alter the quantity to change your mind, first update the price. We can also remove the item if we ordered it in error, or continue shopping. Let's continue shopping to add more things to the cart. We now see that the cart widget holds what we just placed into it. This will hold even after logging out. So we can place an order, or as people come to you with order requests, if you want to order only one time in the week or the month or whatever you wish, you can stock things up in your cart until you're ready to actually place the final order. Let's add another number 10 regular envelope here. We'll get the same quantity of those and add those to the cart. So we can see both of them in our cart here. Let's continue shopping to head back. Now we may need to order a business card. What's special about business cards are their variable documents. They don't really exist until you create them. Here's our business card. Once again, we can either click on it to see a larger view of it, or business cards don't have add to cart. They have what's known as begin, because you're going to begin creating the product. The first very important note here is that your business card has a name. It generically titles it business card, which is the name of the product. However, we strongly recommend that you actually title it whose business card it is, or what the product is that you're doing, that you're creating. The reason for this is what shows up in your order history. So if you go in and every day you create business cards and you leave it titled business card, when you go to reorder a business card for John Doe, in your order history, every order will be called business card, and you won't know which one was John's. We recommend giving it the title so that in your order history you know exactly whose cards you ordered and when. That way, if you have an exact reprint or a reorder of that card, you can easily order it from your history without retyping it. If you change quantities, you'd need to update pricing here. Currently this card has no pricing, so it won't help us, but you're free to change and pick your order quantity here. Below that are two sections, a product preview, which is a very small preview, and the personalization section. The personalization section allows you to actually enter all the data for that particular person. Let's think about here, rather than typesetting the address, we've given the offer of a pop-up. They have two locations, so that will automatically add the address properly for you. To see this reflected in the preview, we have in two locations here, the Update Preview button. This will then change the generic preview to a dynamic preview, which will then show what the information we've created. Here we go, John Doe, account representative, with his phone numbers and the Willoughby address. Now, I'm not John, but I'd like for John to approve his business card information to confirm that I've typed it in correctly. So the way to proceed from here is the PDF proof link. This link will allow me to download a PDF proof. So by clicking on that, and it will take a moment, we'll see that this is downloaded. Now I would recommend copying this to your desktop and renaming it, such as John Doe's business card, with potentially the date that you have placed this. While waiting for John to approve this card, we don't want to place the order. You can place it to the cart by going next. If there were any special instructions, such as any information that wasn't in this form that you'd like to add, such as a different cell phone number, an additional email address, some people like multiples, you can apply that information here in the special instructions section. If you're ready to order this card, you can go to the next step. If you're not ready, you have the option to save this for later. Here's another important reason for renaming the card. This card will show up in your saved files as John Doe Business Card. If not, you may have a bunch of them in there as business. So if we save this for later, we now have our saved jobs. The saved jobs section sits in the My Account section. So you can access that by going here or by saving additional jobs. If we're ready to, John didn't like it or did like it, we can place the order from here. Or if John's no longer with the company because he didn't approve his card, he can be removed from here. You can stack up any number of saved jobs. If we go back into the job, say John's phone number wasn't correct. It was 1213. Now we don't have to retypeset all of the information. We can just change the affected section, update the preview again, and trusting that we've done that correctly, once the preview is generated, we can verify it in the preview. I have no need for special instructions right now, so we're just going to hit Next. By doing this, this gives you a brief summary. If you had multiple, we have the ability to allow for complete customization of different products, not necessarily business cards, which additional information may be listed here. On a business card, it's a rather simple product and with very little customization. So one thing that's critical is that you approve. You basically take responsibility that you typed everything exactly as it was, and the card is good to go to print now. You may still save it for later if you need to. Change quantity, update the pricing, or add it to the cart. So now we added our business card to the cart, and it actually shows John Doe. Otherwise, it would show business card, and if you had multiples, it might get confusing. In the checkout screen, we have a number of items here. Due date and time. This will select the shortest delivery time for all products. So if one product is going to take 2 weeks to produce, and 2 products can be produced in 1 week, it's going to go to the 2 weeks because that's the longest time. You have the ability to set it out further if you don't need it right away. We can save that date and time. That'll apply that there. If we didn't need one of these, or it's been sitting in the cart for too long and there's no longer a request for it, we can remove it directly from the cart. If for some reason the entire cart needs wiped, at the very bottom of the screen there is a clear cart button. We have pricing showing here now, but estimated shipping shows it requires a quote. It requires a quote because we've not solidified the delivery address just yet. You can have your standard delivery address will pop up. In other words, the one associated with yourself. If, however, you need it to go to a different place, you may create multiple addresses in the address book. You can also ship each one of these products to a different place. Maybe John's you want shipped directly to John, but the Parker envelopes you want to come to you. So you can add another recipient and choose which product or how many of each product go to which recipient. Standard shipping options. To get rid of the requires quote, all we have to do hit Save and calculate the shipping cost. If you had typed somebody new in here, you can click the Save to My Address Book, which will save them for future use in your address book. However, right now I'm just going to ship it to myself, so I'm going to save and calculate the shipping cost. This is going to put an estimated shipping cost. Usually it's a little higher, and we'll adjust that back. From here you can continue shopping or check out. I'm going to check out. Currently I'm going to have Genie Repros invoice me, which means when the product is done it'll come with an invoice. I could have multiple based upon the company settings. It could build a credit card immediately. It could do different things. I could have a purchase order entered here. Let's go to the next step. This is the review stage. It basically summarizes everything along with my total costs. Now I'm ready to place my order. To do that, I just hit place my order, and the order will be completed and sent off to Genie Repros. If I don't wish to place my order, I can log out, and the next time I come back in, those two items will still be remaining in my cart. In this way, you can get different business cards all set up at the same time for different people if you order for multiple people. And then once they're all ready, you can go to the cart and place the order. In the My Account section, you have numerous things that you're able to do. You can change your security question, which we definitely recommend you do, so that it's something that that's memorable to yourself. You can change your password, which is another thing we recommend you do on a relatively frequent basis. You have access to your address book. You can add multiple new addresses that you'd prefer to ship to. If you have 4 or 5 different locations, you can add them all in here, and they're quickly referenceable upon shipping. Files, you may upload different files such as Word documents, Excel files for print if you need to, or for future reference. You can have it convert them to PDF automatically, and there's a list of supported file types here. Save jobs. We still have John's card in there. Now John's card might not be correct because we didn't save it after we updated it. We just placed the order for it. You can remove it from now, and he'll still be in the cart. If you wished, you could grab you could set up several different business cards in there and have them all waiting to be ordered and reordered. Order history. This is where I would come to see what orders are currently in process and their stages, or past orders that I'd care to reorder. Some corporations may have spending accounts. Those spending accounts may have different dollar amounts that are able to be used within certain time periods. This is where it would show your usage, the order number, the amount you used, and your existing balance on the spending account. This is helpful for many departments. Currently, this company is not using it.